வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. Dear Sky Yogis, today, July 6th, 2020, Monday. After the blissful meditation, we are happy to welcome you for the spiritual discourse in English, being organized by the World Community Service Center, RER, ITT. Today, we have one of the most important topic which everyone needs to know, the science of sleep. To explain the science of sleep elaborately, we have our Sky Senior Professor M.K. Janagiraman sir with us. Professor started his service with Sky from 2002 onwards. He has been serving in Vedatrium for 18 years. Initially, he was coordinator for Sky Women Chapter. Sir is now our chief advisor for projects in World Community Service Center. He is a psychologist and family counselor and have counseled thousands of families in last 20 years. He conducts classes at Temple of Consciousness in RER and actively involved in village service project, visiting all adapted villages and improves the quality of family life in those villages. Professor also visits schools and colleges to motivate and empower our youngsters. We now request our Professor Janagiraman sir to deliver his speech. Be blessed by the divine. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
You can hear me now?
Sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். குரு வாழ்க, குருவே துணை. Be blessed by the divine. At the outset, I want to thank the Almighty, our Guru Vedatri Maharishi, and our President of WCSC, Shri SKM Mailanandan, for their blessings and support bestowed on me and the opportunity to present this topic to the Vedatrians of this world. Today, we are going to discuss a very important and interesting topic, sleep. Today, many of us have problems in life because we are deprived of sleep in some way or the other. Maharishi says, moderation in 5. Food, work, sleep, sex, and thought force. Out of these 5, every one is very important, and sleep is extremely important. As a psychologist, I meet many people in my life of all kinds of problems, and many of them have the sleep issue. Because as you all know, 70% of the problem of a human being originates in the mind. When the mind is disturbed, mind has an issue, sleep will be the one important factor that will be affected. We almost spend 1/3 of our lifetime sleeping. Now, such an important thing, how are you managing? If you ask, why should you sleep at all? I said, what happens when we sleep? Actually, when we sleep, our brain is very active. It helps to improve your memory, And most importantly, it helps to remove the waste from the brain. There is something called the brain plasticity. The brain has a potential to expand and hold more information, more data. As age goes by, okay, it shrinks. But people who are able to sleep very well, the brain plasticity for them is reasonably good. And also, immunity is very well maintained, and we have a excellent metabolism in the body. And people who sleep very well, for them, the hormone secretion is reasonably good. There are some important hormones like the ghrelin, which controls hunger and growth, and a hormone called the leptin, which manages the fat storage. When we do not sleep properly, immediately it has an impact on these two important hormones, and somebody eats very too much, or they don't eat at all, they put on weight, or they lose weight heavily. So these factors needs us to sleep very well and maintain a good sleep cycle. Now, if we don't sleep, what will happen? People get into depression. Many people who are depressed, you can definitely see there is an effect of sleep in their cycle. People have blood pressure issues, migraine. The endocrine secretions are very much reduced, because you all know the body has quite a lot of endocrine glands which manages the daily activity. So the secretion of the endocrine glands definitely takes a beating, and the immunity of the body gets reduced. Today we are in the COVID world, and if you're not able to sleep properly, it will definitely have an impact on your immune system. And people tend to eat more and they put on weight. Now, what is sleep? What actually happens in sleep? There are two important stages of sleep. One is called the non-REM sleep and the REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement. Actually, we keep switching between the non-REM and REM sleep the entire, suppose I was sleep for 8 hours, we will not be in one cycle the entire 8 hours. Everybody keeps switching between REM and non-REM. Now let us understand what is this NREM sleep, the non-rapid eye movement sleep. Most of the people, 70%, 100% of the time they sleep, they are in the non-REM sleep. It has about 3 or 4 stages, because when we fall asleep, we enter the NREM sleep, and the stage 1 is a stage between where you are awake and about to fall asleep. Light sleep comes into you, and this is the onset, just the starting of the sleep stage where you're just about to doze off. Then you enter the second stage where you have the just onset of sleep. Sleep just engulfs you. There wherein you just absolutely disengage yourself from the surroundings. You slowly go into a slumber. Your breathing, your heart rate becomes regular, becomes subtle. Your body temperature drops. That's why people say you sleep in a room which is cool enough is good for your good sleep. Not too cool, not very warm. Then you move to the next stage called the N3 stage, where people say the 3 or 4 stages, but normally they are combined together, where you are in the deepest and the more restorative sleep. Here the BP drops, your breathing becomes shallower, much more slower, your entire body muscles are absolutely relaxed. The supply of blood to the muscles increase, and at this point of time, your tissues grow and all the repair activity of the body happens here. Your body gets energized. At this point of time, some important growth hormones get released and your growth essentials of the body is managed. This is the NREM sleep. Then you move on to the REM sleep, wherein the eyes start moving rapidly. It's called the rapid eye movement sleep. Now, what happens in this stage is the eyelids are closed, but you can see some. Actually, we ought to see people, no? They have been sleeping, but you can see the eyes moving. The eyelid will be closed, but you can see the eyeballs are moving inside. Here, the breath is a little high. The body is kind of paralyzed. During this stage, people get dreams. All the dreams happen in the REM sleep. Normally, people spend about quarter of the time in this stage. About 20% of the time is spent in this particular stage of sleep. Actually, what happens in the stage is a lot of energy goes to the brain and the body. Brain becomes active. A lot of dreams occur. See, everybody gets dreams, but most of the dreams are not remembered the next day. The dreams can be good, dreams can be bad. And also what happens this time is the body becomes immobile. The muscles are turned off. So the excretion of the thing and the repair also doesn't happen that much. And dreams can be positive or negative. See, positive dreams does not affect the quality of sleep. Suppose I dream in my sleep a very positive thing, something very happy about. I get something very interesting sleep, or I had a very nice dream. That does not affect your sleep quantity or the quality of sleep. But normally, we cannot control our dreams. Now, how to manage the dreams? The best way is to manage your daytime activity. Because basically, actually, the whole day you've gone through, from morning to evening, suppose the day has gone absolutely very positive, your dreams will be very positive. Suppose the whole day you've been suffering, something has bothered you, you get negative dreams, the negative dreams will have a negative influence on your system. So what we should do is, if your day-to-day activity is very positive, you're going to have a very peaceful sleep, though you'll have dreams, but it will not have an impact on your quality of sleep. There's something called the circadian rhythm. We all may know something called a circadian rhythm, which controls the sleep cycle. See, everybody has a biological clock. This clock determines which part of the body is activated or excretes. Actually, many times we think only your anus muscles excrete. But actually the fact is, every part of your body excretes. Your brain, your heart, your liver, you name your gallbladder, you name your kidneys, your stomach, your pancreas, name any part of the body, your kidneys, every part of the body excretes. But there's a system is in the body, which part of the body has to excrete when. So divine clock, that is called the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm ensures, the body, absolutely the right excretion happens at the right part of time. And how this happens, there's a hormone called the melatonin. The melatonin is produced in the brain, on the pineal gland. When we all do which meditation we do? We do the Turiya meditation. To Turiya meditation, you are activating the melatonin, which is the pineal gland, and pineal gland secretes melatonin. And this melatonin manages the circadian rhythm, which is the 24 hours sleep cycle. How this happens? Melatonin will not secrete during the daytime. So if you don't have a good quality sleep, the melatonin secretion suffers. See, what melatonin does is, it senses the light in the room. When you sleep in the room should be pitch dark. Immediately, the melatonin sends a command to the brain saying that now it is all dark, it is night time, please secrete, it goes because secrete melatonin. Secrete melatonin then happens. For example, you keep the night room absolutely bright. You keep your lights on and sleep. The secretion of melatonin suffers. When the melatonin senses light, it stops secretion of melatonin. The brain stops secreting melatonin. And also, many times we've seen people, they travel over time zones. You go from here to New York, you go to London, you go to Australia. When you travel over time zones, and what happens normally for us is we are deprived of sleep. It's been very common. We all have seen this. We travel abroad, it takes about a few days for us to get back to the normal sleep cycle. That's because of this particular circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm does not come back to normal within immediately, because for it, 24 hours is a cycle. Suddenly it becomes a 12-hour cycle. Okay, so whenever you have a time zone effect, where you travel over time zones, the sleep cycle gets disturbed. And some people get recovered within a day or two. There are people who take 4 or 5 days to get recovered. Other thing is, which affects circadian rhythm, is the shifting of food. Today I'm eating some proper sattvic, nice food. Suddenly tomorrow, I get into a very spicy and a very hard food, maybe non-vegetarian food or whatever, then it definitely has an impact on your sleep cycle. Because the food is so much, it can't get digested very easily, the sleep gets affected. Also, how much we exercise in a day. See, actually, when we exercise on a regular basis, on a daily basis, suppose in the morning I go to a gym, evening before I go to sleep, I go for a walk, you can sleep very peacefully because your body gets tired. So that's also very pretty important. Something called the sleep drive. The body should crave for sleep. The body should need sleep. Okay, there's a desire. Yes, I need to sleep because I need to get back to my normal routine. Normally what happens is when you're just about to sleep, there are something called the micro sleep episodes. We sleep for a few seconds, you just wake up. Okay, and it doesn't happen, okay, because sometimes people sleep in the daytime. That's because they're not slept properly in the night. And there's something called the sleep siesta. There are many countries, like mainly the Gulf countries, people have a habit of sleeping in the afternoon. Where people, they close the offices in the afternoon. People go to the office by around 7 o'clock in the morning, come back by 1 o'clock, then again go back by 4 o'clock. They sleep for 2-3 hours for the afternoon siesta. For them, the sleep cycle is different because they don't sleep 8 hours in the night. They balance between the two because they get used to that actually. There's something also called the cytokines. The cytokines in the body helps build the immune system. Suppose you sleep very well, the body builds a good immune system because cytokines secrete very well. Suppose we don't sleep properly, the cytokines, okay, doesn't produce properly, it affects the immune system. For example, we give immunization to children. Children don't sleep properly, the immune system does not work properly for them. The vaccines don't work properly for them. Normally, if you see children, they sleep a lot during the daytime they sleep 25, they sleep for 20 hours, they sleep. For 18 hours, they sleep, 18 hours, they sleep. It's because the body needs so much for them to get used, okay, to their growth in the brain. And there's one important concept, or a system called sleep apnea. You all should know this. I've seen many patients who suffer from daytime sleeping. They snore a lot. They're obese. Something called a sleep apnea. Apnea means stoppage of sleep. For example, suppose somebody is sleeping in the night. When they're sleeping in the night, the breath must be normal. For such people who are having the sleep apnea problem, they cannot sleep. They sleep, actually, of course, you all know the mind is 3 levels. The conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. The conscious mind, they are sleeping. But after some time, while in the sleep, suddenly stop breathing. It happens to many people. There are people who die in sleep because the apnea is very intense. So what they do is they don't sleep. They get into a breathing. They don't breathe at all for about 10 seconds or 8 seconds or 15 seconds. Because you don't breathe for such a period of time, immediately subconsciously, the mind wakes you up. Subconscious mind wakes you up saying, you're not breathing, get up, get up. And you will not know. You'll be still lying on the bed. For you, you're sleeping. So what happens here is, this episode of sleep apnea happens about 4 or 5 times or even more for people in the night, about 8-hour cycle. This stops and definitely affects the quality of sleep. And normally when you see people, when they wake up in the morning, see, actually, how do you find out somebody has slept very well in the night? When you wake up in the morning, you must feel fresh. Suppose when you wake up in the morning, I'm tired, I want to go back to bed again. It definitely means that there is something wrong with your sleep. So such people who are having the sleep apnea, for them, they have slept for 8 hours or 6 hours, 7 hours, but morning they'll be pitch tired. They can't go to work. And they'll be driving the car, they'll be sleeping. So many a times I've seen people, they go to the ENT surgeon, they go for a surgical procedure for this. I tell them it is not required. Because why this happens? Because the throat, where the air passage gets constricted. The muscles, because they are obese or fat or whatever, the muscles constrict the air passage and the flow of air gets slower. So the air passage inside is, the air that goes inside is very slow, very less. The body stops breathing. So now, what they can do, such people, what they can do? The best solution for them is, one, lose weight, reduce their weight, okay, become lean so that the muscles are not there to obstruct the sleep. And the other best thing is CPAP machine. There's a machine called CPAP, continuous positive air pressure. What they normally do is, see, when you go to hospital, you go to an ENT surgeon, when you have such problem, what they will do is, they'll put you through a sleep study. They'll make you sleep overnight in the hospital. They'll put all gadgets around you. They put all kinds of gadgets around you, and they'll measure every moment, every second, how's your sleep cycle? How are you sleeping? And there'll be a graph drawn, and it'll tell you how has been your sleep for the whole night. And there'll be many episodes of sleep apnea. The sleep apnea is not normal. Okay, then you are definitely into a sleep problem. So what people do is, nowadays there's something called the CPAP machine, continuous positive air pressure. So what you do is, you keep the machine in your house. There's kind of a mask on your face. It can be a nasal mask or your facial mask. You put it on yourself, and it pumps air inside your windpipe. Because in the normal breathing, you're not able to breathe properly. So this CPAP machine pumps air at a force. So the body gets the required air, so the sleep apnea does not occur. Fine. This is one way of doing this. Now you can ask me, fine, there's so many problems. How can I ensure good sleep cycle? Many people have this problem. See, actually, we are all Vedatrians. All the people who have a proper system of practicing Vedatrium on a daily basis, normally they will not have a sleep issue. That is, morning you do exercises, you meditate, you do your Kayakalpa, and you do your breathing exercises properly. When I see many people who have depression or kind of problems, I put them through these small exercises. Immediately they see a change. In a week's time, 10 days time, they see a change. Now, what else I can do? Is there only Vedatrium I should do? Yes, something more can be done. Yes, quite a lot of things which we can do. Let us go into that. See, actually, you must follow the natural sleep cycle. That is, sleeping in the night. Why? Only in the night when you sleep, the body secretes melatonin, which is very important. You may say that, no, I'm going for night duty. What should I do? Yes, you're sleeping in the daytime. but your body is deprived of melatonin. And maybe when you're young, you will not have any issue. But as you grow old, definitely you sense you'll have problems in your life. So the best way is to follow the natural sleep cycle, which is the circadian rhythm. So the night only you must sleep. The second thing what you can do is sleep at the same time every day. Have a habit, night 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever time you hit the bed. You should not keep changing your sleep. I sleep at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock. The body gets confused. Body will not know when this man is going to sleep. So the body, you should not confuse the body. You must sleep at the same time every day. And even the weekends. Normal people, I see people, weekends they go for a long time chat. They go for movies. They go for a television shows. So what we should do is we should not do that. You should always sleep the same time, including weekends. And best thing is to avoid nap in the daytime. Because if you sleep for about half an hour, 1 hour, okay, or even sometimes more, some people more time you sleep in the daytime, immediately it has an impact on your night sleep. Then you must have about 2 hours gap between your dinner to the sleep time. 10 o'clock if you want to hit the bed, finish your dinner by 8 o'clock. And ensure the food that you take in the dinner time is absolutely less, not too much. And the carbohydrates must be very, very less. Sugar intake must be very, very low. Another important thing is the light exposure should be absolutely dark. The room you are sleeping, your bedroom, must be dark. Because only in the dark you secrete melatonin. And the daytime, when you wake up, you must ensure there is good fresh light inside the room. Sunshine comes into the room. So you become brisk and you get ready for the daily activity and you go about doing your work. And it is very good to switch off your gadgets, televisions, computers, mobile phones 2 hours before sleep because they all emit blue rays which are not very good for your system. So as much as possible, avoid using gadgets about 2 hours before sleep. And also taking coffee and tea delays your sleep because it definitely the caffeine in the coffee and tea will definitely have an impact on your system. And alcohol should be definitely stopped. That is not definitely good because it definitely affects your sleep cycle. And by evening, suppose you have a sleep problem, from evening onwards, reduce the intake of water. Many people have this problem of going to the toilet in the night multiple times. Okay, of course, there are people who go every 1 hour in the night. Okay, but there are other issues related to kidney. Okay, so what if you can avoid? But by evening, if you start reducing your intake of water, that ensures that you sleep for a longer time without disturbance. And very important thing is, see, two important things are very important for your sleep. One, during the daytime, you must become very, very active. So by being active, you're tiring the body. You tire the body seeks rest. Second thing is, your mind should be absolutely at peace. So if the mind is not peaceful, obviously you go to the bed, you're lying down there, but sleep is deprived because your mind wanders. Your mind wanders, obviously you are going to have a problem. So the best thing is to ensure that emotionally you are balanced when you go to the bed. See, actually, when you are having some mental worries, negative thoughts keep coming into your mind. What we normally do is you take one thought, you put 10 more thoughts onto the same thought. So you have 10 thoughts, become 100 thoughts. So how to manage this? By putting positive thoughts. Mind is a monkey. Okay, you can manage the mind, you can make the mind a best friend or the worst enemy. So what you should do is thoughts will come. You can't stop the thoughts. So what my suggestion to all of you is, whenever you get thoughts, you replace the negative thought with a positive thought. Suppose tomorrow, for example, I borrowed money from a fellow. Tomorrow is going to come and disturb me. Or immediately what a mind says, oh, you'll come, you'll shout, everybody will see me, everybody will feel bad, my whole thing will go, people think very bad about me. So one thought becomes 10 thoughts. Instead, you can say, yes, tomorrow you'll come, I'll manage. I'll find ways. Put a positive thought, the thought will go. So, as much as possible, emotionally, you got to be very, very balanced. And very important things, doing pranayama is very good. Nadi Shuddhi is a wonderful experience. You can do Nadi Shuddhi, okay, on a daily basis, morning and evening, that really good for your sleep cycle. Other thing is, Maharishi has given beautiful system of relaxation. Relaxation is a beautiful exercise. See, suppose you have a problem in sleeping. You go to the bed, do Shanti yoga for about 10 minutes, and then do relaxation beautifully, if possible, with Swamiji's voice. It automatically go to sleep. Still, if you have problem in sleeping, what you can do is, you can count 100, 99, 98, 97. Like that, slowly, with some gaps, 100 to 1 you come, you slowly sleep off. Still, if you have a problem, get up from the bed, put a chair near your bed, sit on the chair, bend your head slightly towards forward. Then same thing you do. First, take one by one, put a positive thought, and then what do you do? Count 100 to 1, slowly. You'll just doze off a few times, you'll fall asleep, then go and sleep in the bed, you'll be all right. Still, if you have a problem, it means there's something bothering you beyond that, and you're not able to manage, please give me a call. We'll discuss that in detail. And very important, we close this, okay, the room you sleep is very important. The bedroom is very important. The room is only for two purposes. One is for sleeping, one is for your sexual pleasure. No eating in the room, no nothing, no drinking, no eating, no playing. That room is only for these two purposes. So keep the room noise levels very, very low. If possible, absolutely quiet place. And when you go to the place, that room should be a divine place where you go to sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, to close, I want to tell you one thing. The goal of your sleep, okay, is to relax. Okay, don't think in your life, my sleeping is not the goal. Relaxation is the goal. So daytime, you should don't think I must sleep very well. Think in your mind that I must relax. So this is what the science of sleep. We can understand this, we can follow this, use our Vedantin principles of following these exercises. Okay. See, one more thing is the physical exercises, the last 3 exercises are not just exercise alone. They are treatments. The massage, the 14-point acupressure, and relaxation. These 3 are beyond exercises. They are wonderful practice of treatment. So whenever possible, when you do this, do it with a lot of understanding. Okay, I mean, just feel it for yourself. That will give a lot of benefit to you. I'm sure with these practices, okay, if you or any of your friends are having the problem with sleep, you can manage that. On that note, I want to thank all of you, and specifically the IT team, for having given me this opportunity, okay, for just talking to me, spending this time with you. And as you all know, I'm a psychologist. In case you want to reach me out, okay, I'm available in Chennai. Okay, you can take my number, you can talk to me anytime, meet me over, or you can talk to me on the phone. There are no issues. You don't call me. You have a small issue. You're welcome to call me anytime. And on that note, I thank you all again for your time, valuable time. Thank you very much. Valga Valambudan. Any questions now we can take? Please feel free to ask any question. If it's very personal, you can talk to me separately. If it is general, you can call me. We can talk right away. Thank you very much.
Valga be blessed by the divine. Swamiji advised the way of life to be limit and method in 5 important things, namely food, work, rest, sensual pleasure, and thoughts. Professor has nicely explained the importance of sleep and rest for all of us. On behalf of all the listeners, we thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech. Now, the forum is open for discussion questions. Please click on the raise hand button in your Zoom app to raise your questions to our professor. While you prepare for your questions, we have a few important announcements to make. On popular demand, Sky Yoga is now taught through online mode. Please visit kundaliniyoga.edu.in and check all the relevant details. We also request you to recommend to all your friends and relatives to join the Sky Yoga course in online mode to get the perspective of life, to lead the life happily. Further, you may easily learn Kayakalpa Yoga from your home by visiting the website kayakalpayoga.edu.in or by downloading the Android application. Our monthly journal Anboli is also available in the Android app. Get access to the premium contact of our Guru Yogiraj Sri Vedatri Maharishi's speeches at a nominal subscription. Every day in Anbali app, Swamiji's rare audios and videos are being uploaded. Connect with us on Facebook and YouTube at Sky Yoga TV to listen to all past speeches of our beloved professors for free. Karma Yoga principles of Vedatriam suggest donating 1% income to the good cause of society. As some of you are aware, these donations are not expenditures but investments. You get more than what you pay as a good karma. We invite you to donate to the World Community Service Center either through the Anbali app or through our official website vedatri.edu.in. Section 80G exemptions are available for these donations. Now, we will start the question answer session. We request the participants to stick to the question directly. Seshashalam sir, your mic has been unmuted now. Yes, sir.
Sir.
Seshashalam sir. Yeah.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Sir, extraordinary speech, sir. Really,
Thank you,
it's
sir.
worthful. It's worthful to follow all the people.
Thank you, sir.
But I have one question.
Please.
One of my friend told me that even when he flies across the world, he needs only to take rest of 4 or 5 hours or 6 hours, whatever it is possible, across 24 hours in any part of the day.
Okay.
But now you are saying that it is always better to go to bed between 10 to, between 10 to 6, whatever it is, 6 hours or 7 hours or 8 hours. This is there any minimum sleeping hours, 6 hours like that, or you are saying that next day morning when you are getting up, we really, when we are doing the exercise or something, or when we are doing meditation, sometimes we are getting sleep during the tavams and all. Then like the same problem has come. Last week I asked Sakti Kumar, he was just saying that you have to go to bed before 10 o'clock so that next day morning when you are getting up by 4 or 5, you should not have the tiredness to do your normal yoga or meditation like that. Strictly I started following, but knowingly or unknowingly I am getting sleep by around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the evening, 1 hour. But is it advisable to continue or is it advisable to stop it all full? That is my question.
Sure, sir. Good question.
Yeah.
Actually, the time is not very important. Okay. What is the quantity of time is not important. The quality of sleep is important. Because though you're sleeping for 8 hours, possibly, you're not sleeping adequately well. Because when you're sleeping, possibly you're waking up in the night multiple times, or you're waking up consciously or subconsciously. So, and how many hours you should sleep? It is anybody's guess. Because if you're a good meditator, you meditate so very well, you don't need more than 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Yogis, they don't sleep for a long time. Our Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, doesn't sleep more than 4 to 5 hours. Because great meditator, he travels so much, he's always very fresh because he meditates so much. See, actually, what happens normally is, suppose the sleep is 3 levels. Okay, starting stage, dream stage, and the deep sleep stage. You got to be in the deep sleep stage for about 4 to 5 hours. People who are meditating very well, they go to the the deep sleep very fast. They don't waste time in their, starting stage or the dream stage, the dream stage. So if you are able to do that very well, you can sleep in 5 hours, 6 hours is enough. But what is very important is if you're not tired, if you're tired in the morning when you're getting up, it means your quality of sleep is not good. Maybe you're doing something else because we saw a lot of points. See where is the mistake. You correct that, you'll be all right, sir. Thank you so much. All go, I'm done. Madam Shanti.
Next, Shanti, iPhone. Your mic has been unmuted now.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வந்து நைட்ல பெட்ரூம்ல வந்து நைட் லேம்ப் போட்டுக்கலாமா இல்ல கூடாதுங்களா?
ஓகேமா. நைட் லேம்ப் வந்து ரொம்ப மைல்டா அந்த 0 வாட்ஸ் சொல்லுவாங்கல 0 வாட்ஸ்.
அது போடலாங்களா?
அது மாதிரி போட்டுக்கோங்க. I mean, see, as far as possible, reduce the wattage. If you can avoid that also is great.
Oh, சரி.
எனக்கு முடியாது. I want a light. You can have it a very, very small dim light. Okay, which is not over your bed. கொஞ்சம் தள்ளி ஓரமா ஒரு கார்னர்ல வைக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கட்டும்.
Okay.
You can have bedroom light when corner place does not affect this because sometimes light நம்ம பெட்டுக்கு மேலே போடுறோம். கண்ணுக்கு மேலே இருக்கு. அது மாதிரி இல்லாம ஒரு கார்னர்ல போட்டுக்கோங்க. அது பிரச்சனை இல்ல.
Next, Dhirendra Prasad, yes, your mic is unmuted.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா.
Sir, I am from Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
My question is, during the sleep, we get dreams. As you have said, there are good dreams and bad dreams. My question is very simple. Is it to be valued in our daily life or not? That's all.
See, actually, dreams disturb your sleep sometimes. As long as the dreams does not disturb you, don't worry about it. Because we're getting a dream, you're waking up. Sometimes you get very bad dreams, you can't sleep, you wake up. Suddenly you have some very, very bad dream. I see a lot of people waking up because the dream is disturbed, something happens, or something horror happens. Okay, so as long as dreams don't disturb you, don't worry. And what's the best way to do that is daytime, your whole daytime, be positive, be super. Okay, do a great job, be thinking very good things. Your night sleep will be very good. Whatever dreams you get will be all positive. Thank you, sir.
Nalini, your mic has been unmuted now. Nalini, yes.
ಬಾಳಿಗೆ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿಯೊಂದಿಗೆ.
Yes,
Hello, ಬಾಳಿಗೆ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿಯೊಂದಿಗೆ. I'm calling from Bangalore.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, excellent talk, sir, on sleep, science of sleep. Very nice. I have one question.
Please.
So you said we can do Shanti meditation just before sleeping.
Yeah.
If we don't get sleep. It has to be like on sleep. We have to sit and do the meditation, sir, or while sleeping also we can do the meditation, Shanti meditation.
Not sleeping, but lying down. Basically, what you do, ma'am?
Sorry, while lying down.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you can sit and do also, but you can also do for 10 minutes. You can do for about, you can lie down on the bed, do 10 minutes also, ma'am. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And after that, do complete relaxation. Okay, sleep very well. Definitely sleep very well. Thank you, ma'am.
Shanti, your mic has been unmuted now. Shanti?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, I'm from Bangalore.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I have one doubt about the sleeping pattern. Actually, in US, if people are working in US company base, so they are whole night, like 8 hours, they are working, and the daytime they are sleeping. So
Yes,
it's continuing some long years.
Yeah.
So the moment the body is automatically adjusted for that sleep.
Mm.
So this one, how it will affect in future, whether
Right.
it's already body is adjusted, so
Yeah.
there is any chance for hormonal changes, or else it will be normal? How?
Okay. Fine, ma'am. Very good question. See, actually, body doesn't have a choice because you're decided to sleep only in the daytime. Body adjusting, but it will definitely have an impact later in life for sure. My request is, if people can avoid this night duty, work in the daytime only is very good. But many times not possible. Doctors, nurses, not possible. So definitely in about 50 years, 40 years, they go that time, they will have an impact. So you can't avoid that because you are definitely against the biological cycle. Because melatonin secretion will suffer, the body system will suffer. So impact will definitely be there, but later part of life. Because earlier, the body adjusts, yes, you're adjusting body adjusting, but it is against the natural cycle. So the best thing is to avoid. Thank you, ma'am. All government.
Jay Prakash sir, your mic has been unmuted now. Jay Prakash sir. Okay, now next, Pratyush, your mic has been unmuted now.
Hello. Yeah, so
Yes.
currently I'm suffering from low energy levels.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been to a few doctors now and done a blood test and everything was fine. So currently, when I'm sleeping, I've seen that this never happened before, but right now my energy levels are very low. So I feel that dreams are draining out my energy, and sometimes when I have dreamless sleep, I feel more fresh and energetic. So, as per what would be your guidance? I mean, how can we have a dreamless sleep?
Fine, sir. How old are you, sir? How old are you?
25.
25. Oh, pretty young age. See, actually, daytime activity, what my suggestion is, you can do some kind of aerobic exercises if possible. We could do some breathing exercises. Okay, and our Swamiji's sky exercises. Okay, so these exercises will ensure that you are able to manage your daytime activity, so you get tired. Okay, and you got to be a very positive person. Maybe there's a lot of things that are bothering you, which possibly you may not be able to share right now here. Okay, I mean, do the few what I told you just today. Just share all that and see what best you can do. Still, if you have a problem, give me a call. We can talk. You can take my number. My number is 9962 373705. Please note my number 9962 373705. Do feel free to call me. Not a problem, sir. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much. World Government.
Jay Prakash sir, your mic is unmuted.
Yeah, வாழ்க ஐயா வாழ்க Hello.
Yeah, World Government.
Sir, this is regarding the sleep pattern, what you told about sleep apnea. So
Yeah.
snoring also may be the issue which causes sleep apnea, sir?
Yeah. See, actually, all people who snore doesn't mean they have apnea problem.
Okay.
Okay. But people who snore too much,
Yeah.
and you're obese, okay, can
Yeah.
have sleep apnea. See, apnea is one condition. Doesn't mean that everybody who's obese, or doesn't mean everybody who's having snoring have sleep apnea. Just it's a possibility. But sleep apnea is something which you identify much early in life. So if you identify, you can correct it, you can make it all right. Because my suggestion would be is, don't go for surgeries. Surgeries are of no use. Okay, if you cannot manage with your dietary and exercise habits, best thing is to go for the CPAP machine. Okay, depending upon the age, the young age, you don't require it. Okay, but if you still feel there's a problem, okay, you can do a sleep study. The sleep study will tell you whether you have sleep apnea or not. And if you still have sleep apnea, okay, the way is to reduce your weight, for dietary habits, exercises, and other thing is, if you still have a problem, go for the CPAP machine, which is very useful. Thank you so much, sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Geeta Bai Desai, your mic is unmuted.
ಬಾಳ್ಗೆ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸರ್.
வாழ்க வளமுடன், ma'am.
Sir, whenever in that sleep we are getting the dream and all, can we consider this also as what is that eradication of one imprint? It can be good or bad or whatever maybe it is there. So can we consider that way, and will it help in the purification for the further processes are concerned, sir?
Ma'am, your dream is not going to help you eradicate of your worries, eradication of worries or any of your past imprints. Okay, but how you utilize them, how you put your best step forward will ensure you eradicate your worries and clear your sin imprints. Okay, dreams have no, obviously your imprints are giving you the dreams, definitely. If you have bad imprints and if your life is also, some problems are there, you get bad dreams. Okay, but if your imprints are very positive, you are also learning a positive life. You're going to have positive. So my request is, don't take, just because you get a dream, you don't think there's a problem. You can work on it. There are ways of working on the dreams and make it positive also. So don't worry, ma'am. I am sure you can. These steps I told you, you can work on it. You can get over the problem and you can have a good sleep. Thank you very much. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Next, Arulnidhi C. Ramasamy, your mic is unmuted.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா. Your
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
sleeping is very, very nice and useful, sir.
Thank
My
you, sir.
question is, at present context, nowadays, the youngsters are unable to make their sleep during night time, sir. Can we
Yeah.
make an atmosphere of artificial night, sir? There are stickers like night mode, with scenes of moon, stars, etc., etc. That stickers can be fixed on the roof of the bedrooms, and by closing the room by dark curtains, etc., etc. Can they make the daytime as a night time and sleep? Okay, sir.
It's a good question, sir. But you're trying to beat the nature, right? Okay, because nature knows. Because whatever you do, okay, you can paint the wall black, you can make the ceiling black, you can make the ceilings with stars and the moon, whatever. End of the day, sunlight is not, the sunlight is still there, right? Yeah, definitely you can alleviate, to an extent you can alleviate, but you cannot completely avoid it. Your way of managing or going against the nature is fine, but definitely you can't beat it completely. But definitely, instead of sleeping in the normal room, the daytime, sleeping in such a room it will have a positive impact. That way, it is fine, sir. Thank you very much, sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Thank you, sir, for answering our questions and sharing your divine insights with us. Dear Sky meditators, let us all put our minds together to bless our professor. Please come to meditative state by focusing your mind on the Turiya Chakra. Professor M.K. Janagiraman, sir, வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. His good health, வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. His loving family, வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. His divine service, வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. Please keep enlightening us with such more valuable and interesting topics.
Thank you very much,
Giving
ma'am.
is
Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you so much. Thanks to you and your entire team. Thank you very much. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Giving is not just about making a donation. It is about asking a difference, and giving is the greatest act of grace. We would like to extend our heartfelt blessings to all the donors who are supporting us. We greatly appreciate for your kindness and utmost generosity. You truly make the difference for us. Indeed, we are extremely grateful. By the grace of divine bliss, may you and your family enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, peace, prosperity, fame, and wisdom. Be blessed by the divine. வாழ்க வளமுடன். We are happy to bring online programs live from the RER Temple of Consciousness tomorrow morning 6 a.m. exercise in Tamil, 7 a.m. 9 center meditation in Tamil, 11 a.m. speech in Tamil, Professor Amsareka Salem, topic Amaidi in Vilai. Evening 6 p.m. Duryadita meditation in Tamil, 7:30 p.m. Duryadita meditation in Malayalam. Yes, you heard, it's right. Every Tuesday, we have Malayalam sessions in an attempt to reach all regional language space. Please invite all your Malayalam friends to take part in it. 7:55 p.m. speech in English by Senior Professor Hariharan on analysis of thoughts. In Malayalam, the topic reformation of culture. We thank our beloved President Padma Shri Arulnidhi S.K.M. Mailanandan sir for his leadership, guidance and support. See you all tomorrow with another interesting session. This is Shivashankari Naresh Babu from the RER World Community Service Center IT team. Be blessed by the divine. வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Good night.